Good morning and welcome to Core Wednesday. Good morning and welcome to Core Wednesday. Right, let's get ourselves into position and make a start. So find yourself a space. Oops. And let's get ourselves warmed up. So just going to jog on the spot. Let's get ourselves warmed up. Ready for the day. We're just going to get our body into a position where it knows what it needs to do. It's got blood pumping around, getting nutrients in the right places. We're moving all that waste out of our muscles and out of the things that we don't need it. And just getting your body into a position where it's ready to support you throughout this exercise and going forward. So good morning, Jason.
Hey, morning.
Great article that you shared this morning.
What?
Good article that you shared this morning.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. It's very loud in here.
I was just saying it's a good article that you shared this morning.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I always find those quite interesting. All right, some star jumps, some jumping jacks. And then back into jogging on the spot. Yeah, like I popped in the group. I've been approached by so many journalists over the last few months with similar type of things. And they always kind of ask the same kind of question, which is, if you're doing absolutely nothing, what's the minimum kind of thing? And they'll insert a minimum thing like, is just getting up out of your seat enough? Or is just going for a walk around the block? Or could you just do maybe 3 sit-ups or something? Is that better than nothing? You have to. The answer's got to be, yeah. Anything's better than nothing, right?
Right.
But I have to then quickly bring them around and say, actually, though, the thing is, what is their goals? If the goal is just purely to survive, then yeah, it's still not going to, get them to a position where things are going to be much better for them or support them in their goals or what they want to achieve. So everything's got to come back to what is it you're trying to achieve with your life? What is it you want to do? How is it you want to live? And then from there,
the thing that I got from that article is that that's a good article to send to people who are like intimidated by 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Get them started on 5. Get the habit formed. It's a long game.
Oh God, yeah, definitely. Yeah, always makes me smile. But yeah, definitely.
But it was interesting because the match number was 10, and now it sounds like it's even lower just for any kind of benefit. So that's good.
Yeah. Well, there's another lot of articles. I mean, these are published. Crumbs must be 7 or 8 years ago, and when you start to read them about the whole thing about the sedentary lifestyle that we're getting into, it won't surprise me if very long we don't find that actually that is going to be classified the same as smoking was maybe 10, 15 years ago. So,
do you have clients that they want to make a change, but they can't like do the extreme? They can't do 10,000 steps a day for whatever reason. They don't have the fitness, or they don't have the time, or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All those. It's usually excuse of time is the big one. So usually I don't tend to do 10,000 steps. I usually put them at a time limit on it and say, okay, well, what is it we can do? So can you go for a walk for 45 minutes? Could you go for a walk for half an hour? Could you just do something? And then usually when you start to time box it, then they suddenly find that actually they can. Or if they find they really can't do 45 minutes in one go, you say, well, could you do 3 lots of 15 minutes or 2 lots of 20 minutes or something? And then very quickly people are able to portion those off and actually realize it's not a great commitment. And then once they start to enjoy it, then obviously it spirals from there.
Yeah, it's the thought of doing it. That's more the obstacle. Like you're your own obstacle. Hold on, just want to do one thing.
No worries, you're welcome. And then morning, Mark. How are you on this fine day?
Good morning. Yeah, good. Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're fine. Hopefully your morning and run yesterday was very nice.
It was indeed. Thank you. It was, very nice. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. Right. Well, today's
back to work, mate. Back to the grind.
Yeah.
Back to reality.
So today we're going to be working on our core. So we're going to do pretty much all of this on the floor, so find ourselves a space. We're going to do 6 exercises, and we're going to do 3 lots of 10 reps. So the first exercise we're going to do is going to be lying leg raises. So again, lying flat on your back, keep your shoulders on the ground. And what we're aiming to do is feel that compression in your abdominal muscles, but then also stretching down into your glutes and into your hams and into your quads. So we're going to raise the legs over your head and then slowly bring them back down to the floor, resisting gravity all the way. And then back up again and then slowly back down. From there, we're going to transition into flutter kicks. So again, keeping your feet about 1 inch, 2 centimeters off the ground. What we're going to do then, flip the legs into the air for 10 iterations of both legs. So finish that again, making sure you're keeping that stability in your core. Keep your core tense throughout that period when your legs are kicking. From there, we're going to move into ab crunches. So bring your heels to your bottom, and we're going to be lifting our chest off the ground by squeezing our core and bring ourselves up. As we get to the top of that movement, really give it an extra squeeze. You'll almost feel like you're squeezing the air out of your lungs as you do so, because you're really putting a lot of squeeze pressure on your abdominal muscles. From there, what we're going to do is move into feet elevated crunches. So if you can, just hold your feet in the air. If you can't, if you want to hold it onto something, so for example, if you've got a bench or a stool available, you can pop feet on the stool. I'm going to do it in the air. We're going to do exactly the same thing again. Just crunch up and then bring ourselves back down. Again, feel all of the air come out of your lungs. After we've done that, we're going to sit up. We're going to go into our Ukrainian twist, Russian twists. So keeping our arms nice and high. And again, just like we did couple of weeks ago, really concentrate on that stretch kind of feeling. So it'll start in the lower part in your obliques, move up through your transverse abdominis, and then up into your serratus, into your armpits, almost that feeling. So as we go from one side, really squeeze all the way around, and then same to the other side, really squeeze. Our final movement is going to bob onto a press-up position, and we're going to do spider climbers. So knees to the outside of your elbows. We're going to do 10 of those all the way up to each side. Okay, any questions?
No, not from here.
Awesome. Right, let's make a start then with 10 lying leg raises. Again, remembering we're using all our core muscles all through our abdominals, our glutes, our quads, our hams to support this movement. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we're going to transition into flutter kicks. Going for 10 flutter kicks, holding our feet off the ground around about 2 centimeters, 1 inch. Keeping our core nice and stable to support us throughout. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, bring our heels to our bottoms. We're going to transition into ab crunches. Abdominal curls. So if you want to hold your hands roughly about chest height, again remember we're curling at the abdominal. So it's just to lift the shoulders off the ground and really squeeze, leaving the hips on the ground. So lift the shoulders. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And from there, we're going to transition into feet elevated ab crunches. Feet up in the air. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, feet down. I'm going to sit up and go into our Ukrainian twists. Again, keep the hands nice and high. And again, feel that twist coming all the way from your obliques through your transverse abdominis into your serratus. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. From there, we're going to flip over onto our front, into our press-up position, as we go into spider climbers. Knees to the outside of your elbows. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Have a break, grab a drink. Pop a minute on the timer. How was that? All good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, the feet elevated, I don't really do that much. And I felt it a lot, even with no weight.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Feet
nice.
elevated, I need to put my feet on a couch. This time I tried in the air. It was much, much harder.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, because you're keeping the whole muscles under tension at that point in time. You can't let up, which sometimes you can do when you've kind of got your feet resting. So as you kind of bring it down and come back again, that point where you're going to change, it's that opportunity that you can take where you might just relax the muscles for those few seconds. Whereas with the feet elevated without actually having it on something, you don't have that opportunity. So even as you're going down, you've got to keep the muscles tense to keep your feet elevated. Cool. So when you start working out and you're using things like constant tension as a training method, it's just a great way because effectively you're building up that metabolic stress as well as potentially adding things like progressive overload in there because you're not letting the muscles relax. Right. Speaking of not relaxing, set number 2. So straight
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. I'll give you an 8.
Hey, I love it. So back onto our backs, we're going to go back into lying leg raises. Again, that slight change of focus. We're going to be really concentrating on that feeling down from our core into our glutes, our quads and our hamstrings as well. And we're going to start 10 lying leg raises in 3, 2, 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there, transition into flutter kicks. Again, keep your feet 2 centimeters, an inch off the ground, and just feel that constant tension in your core, that core supporting you throughout. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Now moving into the ab curls. So bring our feet to our bottoms, our heels to our bottoms. We're going to go for 10 ab curls. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, remember to squeeze, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and from there into our feet, elevated ab curls. And we're going to do the same again, so remember to squeeze at the top of each one. Start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. From there, we're going to sit up as we go into our Ukrainian twist, the Russian twist. Again, really concentrate on that feeling as you feel that stretch going through your obliques, transverse abdominis, and up into your armpits towards your serratus. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Now going over onto our fronts, into our press-up position as we're going into spider climbers. Knees on the outside of your elbows. Again, use your core to keep you stable, so prevent yourself from bobbing up and down. Try and keep your back and your bottom nice and level. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Take a break, grab a drink. So when we're away in France, my son's airbed thing for his tent kind of stopped working. It kind of deflated all the time. So we lent him both of the yoga mats that we use. And I keep finding bits of grass on it. So it's a bit weird as I'm kind of lying there. I've got my hands down or whatever. I'm thinking, what's that? Random.
My youngest son does football training on Astro, plays on grass during the season, and we're just forever finding bits of, those little black bits that go in AstroTurf, you know, those rubber. Yeah, we're forever finding those in our house.
Love it. The things that you never expect that's ever going to be a thing, right? It's of all the things you expect being a parent, that's just not one of them.
Well, I'll tell you what you can expect.
Set number 3.
Set number 3.
Oh,
that's 9. That's a 9. Come on, that's good.
That is a good one. Yeah, we'll give you that one definitely. I want to finish this. I need to ask you about how your other son's doing on his secondment, actually, Mark. Anyway, back to set number 3. So lying leg raises. So this is the last and final set we're going to do today. So really, we're going to slow it down as much as we can. So as we're lowering the legs, go really as slow as you possibly can. Feel that kind of burn, that kind of stretch in your muscles as they're kind of under tension to try and fight that difference between compressing them to raise and that release feeling as it's going down. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. And from there, transitioning into flutter kicks. So again, keeping our feet back 2 centimeters, inch off the ground. I'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Moving into our ab curls, ab crunches. Again, bring our hands up towards our chest. You can actually if you've found it being a bit easy for the last step, try it with your hands over the top of your head. So really stretch your hands out as far as you can go. So even without weight, this should feel a little bit more difficult. And we'll do 10 ab curls in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And from there, we're going to move into feet elevated ab crunches. Do you want to let ribs in?
No, not really.
So feet in the air, and we'll do 10 ab crunches in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to sit into position. Let's go into Ukrainian twists, into Russian twists. Hello. Okay, so keeping our arms nice and high. I'm going to really feel that twist coming up through from our obliques into our transverse abdominis and into our serratus. We'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, I'll flip over onto our fronts into a press-up position for our final exercise of the morning. Well, for this session anyway. And we'll go into our spider climbers. So 10 each side. Again, use that core stability to really feel, to keep your back and your backside quite stable while still moving your legs. And we'll start these in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay. Grab yourself a drink. And that's the end of a core session for today.
Thanks, Martin.
How was that?
Yeah, it was good, yeah.
Good.
I always quite look forward to core, actually.
Yeah.
It's like the break in the week.
Yeah, it's like hump day, isn't it? Once you've done it, you know you're ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always good fun. And I've got a very excited puppy.
Feet elevated. I feel like I'm not getting up off the ground that much.
Yeah.
Like my shoulders are barely getting off the ground. I feel the crunch a little. I mean, some.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, but I think I'm mostly focused on the balance, like keeping the legs up in the air and keeping it all together.
Yeah. Well, it's that feeling. That's the key thing to go with it, as opposed to anything else. Because if you imagine when you're kind of lying flat, like that, then as you're starting to crunch, you're just moving one side all the time. Whereas actually, as you start to elevate your legs at one side and you're doing this, you can't have a lower space because this angle that you're creating is still actually keeping your muscles under tension. So at this point where you're just doing a crunch on one side with the feet down, you've got a smaller angle than when you've got your feet elevated.
Well, since you recorded it, maybe you could do me a favor if you get a minute. Take a look at this last third set, because I felt this one was particularly wonky. Like I didn't feel like, now that's true after a few different sets. It was a bit more tired. And for the regular crunches, I added some weight.
Yeah.
But for these, for the feet elevated. But the feet elevated, I was specifically, if you look at the third set, like for just that little 10 seconds to see, like, is there any technique changes I need to make or not?
Yeah.
Sure. I didn't feel like I was doing it right in a way.
Yeah, no. I mean, the key thing is it's how it feels. So if it feels okay and it feels like you've worked your core out, then actually you've done the right thing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take a look at the video and see if there's any other kind of form pointers or anything to pick up on. But no, it sounds like if you feel like you've been under tension, that's the best thing you could ever measure with. Like I've always said, everybody's body's different.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
No worries. You're welcome.
Gentlemen, have a good day.
Have a super day, and we shall catch up with you guys tomorrow for upper body.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.